Oh, Freddy. I hardly recognized you in your police togs.
You certainly scrub up well.
I thank you for your help in collecting these bounties. I am impressed with all you have accomplished, and I wish you luck with your future endeavors.
We are not apes. If the circumstances were not so grave, I'd compliment the artist on the wonderful caricature. They are fools if they believe they can... Something's going on.
God created us in his image, and he does not look like a monkey. Oh, getting out of here!
This is outrageous!
You think she knows what's going on?
Easy. You! What do you think you're doing? Easy now.
Yo!
Penny for a poor boy? My friend and I
She's an intruder!
Ready to fire! Target in sight! Get back here, woman!
Take me!
I taste cat.
This isn't a good time to linger.
Let's straight to the...
Atta girl.
There's been a spate of rather intriguing thefts about town recently.
Robberies in London are hardly supernatural events.
They look like crimes. But these perpetrators have all claimed to have been under the influence of some supernatural power. Criminals will spin any yarn to avoid the law. However, these thieves all proffer the same defense. They say they were being controlled by a demon. Will you make some inquiries? One of our demon-possessed mobsmen is being held behind bars at this very moment. You may want to begin your search there.
What's that man done?
Rob the pawnbrokers down the road.
A demon made me do it. I can't remember much. That's what's so queer. I've never stolen anything in my life before.
Let's pretend that I believe you. Tell me who made you do it.
All I can recall is a silver watch, swinging in mid-air. It was held by someone or something. A dark presence whispering. I could only see its eyes. A demon.
I'll need to verify this with the shopkeeper.
There you go.
Slow down.
Don't get the stomach for it, sir.
That's not.
What can you tell me about the robbery?
There's not much to say. Most of the items did come from the same seller. Enzio Capelli, Sorcerer Supreme, a famous showman from Italy. Several weeks ago, he was forced to pawn his family heirlooms. Debts. I have the address of the last person who redeemed something of his. A lovely pearl necklace. That helpful? Not again! Stop her! Stop! Somebody stop that thief!
Let's see what's happening.
Where am I? What's happening?
You took something from a pawn
going
shop.
on there?
It's all very hazy, but I remember something silver flashing in front of my eyes. Then I heard a sort of bell. Next thing I know, I'm here with you.
My only lead is this mysterious buyer.
This chap might lead me to the demon.
Rather pleasant out today. I think I'll take some
You out of your
dump
mind?
the water.
What's that you said?
That's not to say.
Go, go. Get on. Get on. Hup, hup. Go, go.
Gentlemen, a toast. The Queen.
scared of what I'll do next?
Good. You want to give me the necklace now, don't you?
Yes, I want to give you the necklace now.
Mr. Enzio Capelli, I presume? So you're responsible for the theft of your own jewels?
You are very much mistaken, aren't you, my child?
Yes, I'm very much mistaken. Hold on.
You are very much mistaken. And now you are so very, very tired, aren't you?
Yes, I'm very, very tired.
Now, you're going to do a little job of work for me, aren't you?
My goodness, what foul behavior.
What's going on? Where am I?
You've been arrested for theft. How very intriguing.
I can't remember a jot of it.
Let's get you out of here. I've pulled a few strings, and they won't prosecute on account of your losing your mind. Be free, little chicken.
Here now.
Better check the back.
I'm here to see Mr. Roth.
Weapons?
No, thank you. I've got my own.
You should be on the stage, sir. This way.
Ah! Our honored guest has arrived. Come, sit. I've had my eye on you for some time. I find your heroics in battling the great Crawford Starrick quite magnificent.
I've been picking off your soldiers one by one. Doesn't that make you angry?
On the contrary, surprise is a spice of life. Now, Mr. Starrick, that's a different story. I'm drowning in directives, all terribly pouring. Let's say we work together and bring him down.
I'm not so sure about that.
My friend, if I fail to provide you with the chance to cause Starrick some pain, well, you can charge into this theater and kill me yourself.
What do you get out of all this?
The chance to have a little fun with the bravest man in London.
You have a deal.
Lewis, my carriage. Shall we? This way. Well, you don't expect me to go alone, do you? Take the reins. Driver, to St. Pancras. And don't spare the horses.
I thought you and Starrick would be fighting for the same ends. What happened?
Ah, you know. He required my services to train his gang leaders. But the man is dreadful.
You don't say.
Freedom, Jacob. Stealing that is far more than a sin. It denies us our humanity.
Right you are. And St. Pancras will ease our suffering?
The station contains a large shipment of explosives to be dispatched to Starrick and Co.
And you intend to steal it?
What? No. There's a train parked inside St. Pancras.
Then I'm to do away with Starrick's merchandise, leaving chaos in my wake?
Why not, Jacob? Why not? As we speak, the up train is headed towards us. That may help you enter the station unseen.
As long as it remains on the tracks.
I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. I shall make certain any reinforcements from Starrick are kept away from the station.
not want any broken bones tonight.
We'd have been better off if we had these explosives months ago.
That's a fact. My brother is dead because of a rock attack.
Oh.
Someday, you blighters will understand that I'm doing this for your own good. Two down. Be ashamed to stop now. One shipment left. Now to find somebody to drive this hunk of metal.
Oi! Get your bleeding hands off me! What do you think you're up to?
Hush now, please. Do be quiet, sir. No need to make a fuss.
What do you want from me?
I just need you to keep the engine stoked.
All right, I'll help. All right, I'll help you. Don't hurt me.
Think of me as another passenger. I just happen to have a rather large blade pointed at your back. Would you be so kind as to get up some steam?
Splendid! Starrick will be on his knees in no time. My hat is off to you. Apologies, I must run. Do come see me again.
Oh, good. You're both here. I have something to give you.
That really isn't necessary.
More gifts? You spoil me, Greenie.
Templar numbers are dwindling, and I hate to admit it, but the Rooks are thriving.
Did you hear that, Evie? Thriving.
Your time in London has been well spent. I am proud of you.
That's the way. Slow down now.
Have you truly no recollection of the events that landed you in a cell?
I remember what the other victims remember. A silver watch, the sound of a bell, and a sort of shadow.
A glint of silver and a tolling bell. Hey. I must say, you look very tired.
Yes. I am so very, very tired.
Now you're going to do a little job of work for me, aren't you?
Now I'm going to do a little job of work for you.
You've cost me a bit of money, mate. So I think it's only fair that you replenish my coffers with donations from the good people of London. You will steal money for me, won't you?
Yes, I will steal money for you.
me, you dodger!
Good. Very good. Now, we can't have criminals like you roaming the streets. You will surrender to the police, won't you?
Yes. I will surrender to the police.
Oh, and when you do, you're going to do a silly little dance for them.
I say, you gave me a terrible fright. Muttering about a man named Ezio.
Enzio Capelli. Not a demon, but a hypnotist. And he's not even Italian.
I suspected hypnotism from the very start. You must find the villain.
Who's a good horse? Steady on. Easy, girl. Easy.
You're going to stand watch while I ransack.
Keep an eye out
made
for
of silver.
valuables.
You're going to obey the bell, aren't you?
Yes. I'm going to obey
I think
the
someone's
bell.
coming. I think someone's coming after me. Someone's trespassing! Well, he must be somewhere. Looking for trouble? We'll help
You are very much mistaken, aren't you, my child?
Yes, I am very much mistaken. Oh, wait. No, I'm not.
Remember this when I'm finished.
You are very much mistaken, aren't you, my child?
Yes, I am very much mistaken. Oh, wait. No, I'm not.
Release me at once! I admit it! I'm not Italian! It was just for my act! Nobody wanted to see a British hypnotist!
Oh, shut up.
I'll give you anything you want!
I want you to shut your mouth. Do you know a Dr. John Elliotson?
My body doesn't bend that way! Is this really necessary?
Time to confess and free the people under your silly spell.
Ah, my young friend. How good it is to see you. Fortunate, really. It would appear a highly toxic plant, which has the extraordinary effect of making people quite delirious, has been found in this very park. Yet as far as modern science is aware, no such plant exists. I fear the good people of London might be in danger. Will you investigate?
That's no ordinary plant. Feels like I'm in an opium den.
Oh, what's happening to me?
There you go.
Should I be concerned? I'll tear you to pieces! I'm after you, rat!
Hello. Footprints. Might lead me to the culprit.
Serves you bloody well right.
Master Darwin will know what to do with this.
Well done. But you don't seem quite like yourself, if I may say so. It's just as I suspected. Those noxious fumes are not being released from the flowers, but from the pots. There must be something in there. An hallucinogenic concoction of some kind. Not unlike the soothing syrup, I should think. We must dispose of it, and quickly. I believe, my young friend, that I might know just the place. Who would want to poison the population of London? Who could devise such a nefarious plan? Obviously, it can't be Dr. Elliotson. So who can it be? I'm afraid, my young friend, that some of your enemies want their toxin returned to them. Might I suggest you position our carriage directly in front of theirs? I believe the fumes will impair their ability to drive. Well done indeed. Now, we must hurry and destroy our cargo. We're almost there. London are fortunate to have you on their side, my young friend. Very fortunate indeed. Well, I'd better run now. You will take good care of yourself, won't you?
Thank goodness you're here. Impossible as it may sound, Spring-Heeled Jack has returned. We need to do something before the unthinkable happens.
I thought we'd already dealt with this nonsense.
There may be more to this than we originally thought.
You there! Stop what you're doing!
You'll have to do better than that! I am a ghost, a fiend, a terror in the night. I am the terror of London! I am a ghost, performing the feats of a devil upon me. Long have I stalked the streets of London! No one is safe from my beastly claws! I am a ghost, a fiend, a terror in the night. I am the terror of London. I am a ghost, performing the feats of a devil on the earth. Long have I stalked the streets of London! I am a ghost, a fiend, a terror in the night. I am a ghost, a fiend, a terror in the night. I am the terror of London.
thanks to you, the Ghost Club's reputation has grown tremendously. We are a beacon of reason in a world beguiled by superstition.
But I believe we have encountered one genuine spirit.
Can you be certain? That's the question. One might surmise that the spirits that haunt us are simply our deepest fears, manifested as apparitions.
Shame. I've always wanted to see a ghost. Or a goblin.
I propose a toast to the Ghost Club and the virtuous twins that have aided it, Miss Evie and Mr. Jacob. Cheers.
Cheers.
Please make sure to come again.
The unspeakable has happened. A policeman arrested Mr. Darwin and carried him away as if he were nothing but a common criminal. That policeman, he is corrupt to the bones, I'm sure of it. I do so fear for Mr. Darwin's safety.
Miss Nightingale, do you know where they might have gone?
The policeman, he did mention a funeral. I believe I know where it is. Follow me. Poor Mr. Darwin has been through so much recently. Those people are trying to discredit a lifetime of work. It's disgraceful. And I fear Mr. Darwin is no longer the fit young man who once traveled the world. Here we are. The obsequies are taking place here. Go on. I will be waiting here.
This body, yet in and though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see. Though my reins be consumed within me.
I will be waiting here.
doing? Is this honestly what it feels like when I arrest someone? What do you want from me?
Just need you to answer some questions.
Oh, you're a brash one, aren't you?
It's been said.
This is the culprit.
I was just carrying out my orders.
Arresting an old man and dragging him off to Lord knows where is fine work indeed for a policeman. Now, sir, tell us where you have taken Mr. Darwin.
A man paid me to bring him to his secret base.
How terrible. We will need transportation. Let us find Mr. Darwin, shall we?
I don't think that's a...
Shall we? He's very weak. We shouldn't move Mr. Darwin until I have seen to his wounds.
They're here! Attack!
But you can't hide. I wonder if you must be escape.
Rest up, Mr. Darwin. My sister and I will be along shortly.
Well, look who's here.
We were very worried about you, sir.
You're looking spry for a fossil, sir? A man's friends are the best measure of his worth. I'm proud to count you among mine.
The danger's past. There's no need to leave, sir.
What Mr. Darwin needs now is rest. To that end, he's joining his family on the Isle of Wight.
Rest, indeed. I shall start work on my next book.
I must insist that you recuperate quietly, sir.
The acquisition of knowledge is in itself sufficiently recuperative. Go, tell her.
This is one fight I aim to avoid, sir.
Thank you for everything, my friends. Ideas, like people, can only thrive when they're free.
Your attempts to influence Parliament for the Indian cause have failed. You must do more.
I will not jeopardize my relationship with Queen and country to satisfy your crusade.
Your Highness, you belong to India, not here acting the part of a noble foreigner.
I have wasted enough time indulging in this
If your
nonsense.
mother could see you now, the last Maharaja of Punjab, basking inside his golden cage.
How dare you?
I always recommend bringing someone's mother into the argument.
If he doesn't help his people, he will regret it forever.
How may we help?
Will you talk to him? He won't listen to me.
We'll do our best.
I tell you, it's a bloody great duck shoot out there. I've been raking it in for years. You should come out, you old bug.
Your Highness, you have guests.
I suppose Mr. Green sent you.
Bringing up your mother was...
Impolite, and he was wrong to do so. We'd like to rectify the situation.
Then humor me, and join me in a shooting game. None of these people have any sense of enjoyment, and I am bored to death.
A shooting game? Seeing you haven't changed at all.
Ellsworth? My word! How good it is to see you! The mother country has treated you well. Jacob and Evie Frye, this is Brinley Ellsworth, a friend from a past life.
You've made new friends, I see.
What brings you to this part of the Empire?
Ah, company business, unfortunately. But I could not resist the chance of seeing you again. It's been far too long. I've heard nobody throws a party better than my dearest friend. I'm eager to see if your reputation overseas holds any truth.
My servant Thomas will be scoring the game.
Acquire the most amount of points by shooting the bottles in front of you. Each bottle is worth 1 point. You have 30 seconds. May the best shot win. Start the timer. Perfect score! 9 points.
Come, Thomas. This isn't enough of a challenge. Let's shorten the timer.
Round 2 will now commence. Try and do as well, if not better, within a 20-second time limit. Timer at the ready. A perfect score!
I do believe you are equally matched with this one, Singh.
Your turn, Your Highness.
Come, let us see if you are better with a gun than you were with a slingshot.
Allow me.
Sir, I believe I heard a second shot.
He's right. That sounded like a second gunshot. Strange.
Strange indeed. Let me investigate.
I'm sure it wasn't anything serious. Don't bother.
I've been doing this a long time. I know the difference between 1 shot and 2. There were most definitely 2 shots.
A second shot? I didn't hear anything. There was no one else. Who would shoot a gun at a party?
Are you suggesting this is a serious matter? It was most likely just an echo. Leave it be now.
What are you on about? Guns are prohibited in the gardens.
I saw the man in front of me with a gun. I just assumed it was part of the decor. You know how royalty likes to socialize.
What are you on about? Guns are prohibited in the gardens. That prince is causing problems. He deserves to be silenced.
Kill him!
You too will be...
spent a bullet on you too. I'll break you in half!
Well, well, well. Seems our old friends the Templars are involved.
Ah, Jacob. I trust you're enjoying yourself?
The second shot...
I told you I won't hear any more of it today. I must go back to my party.
You must fill me in on your life here. It's been far too long.
Apologies, Your Highness. If you won't listen, perhaps Greenie will.
Any progress?
We're not the only ones who want His Highness's attention.
Don't tell me the British Indies company's harassing him again. They can't afford it.
Well, let's just say it's not just the BIC, and Singh doesn't want any part of it.
The Templars? It can't be.
At this rate, they'll have him before he can do any good. We have to convince him to trust us.
Meet me back at my old shop. I might know something that can help.
My young friend, I'm sorry to be so blunt, but I need to ask a favor of you. A delivery awaits me at the docks, a very rare orchid, all the way from the island of Madagascar. But there is a problem. One of my associates wants the flower for himself. He sent ruffians to collect it, if you can believe that. I need you to collect it for me first. Ah, thank you, my young friend, thank you. This little orchid may seem inconsequential, but it holds secrets which could potentially change our very understanding of the world. It would have been a shame to lose it. A shame indeed. Thank you.
Good, you're here. This isn't the first time His Highness has had troubles with the British Indies Company. A couple of years ago, they held his mother captive and blocked all his letters to her. Odds are they're keeping his correspondence from reaching the outside world once again. I have acquired the mail courier schedule. There are two separate routes of transport. The first, a mail-carrying carriage convoy. The second, a train. If we set up an ambush, you should be able to seize his letters. Maybe this will change his mind. Start with the convoy. We must block the road. The mail convoy will be here any minute now. Scout the area for allies. I will guard the area.
We've got dynamite planted near the convoy's ambush location.
here any minute now. Scout the area for allies. I will guard the area. Will be here any minute now. Scout the area for allies. I will guard the area.
We've got dynamite planted near the convoy's ambush location.
Then I'll beat it.
Just that behind. This one took a shot at me once.
Watching it. I got it.
The convoy is headed our way.
Stop! It's one of those bloody rooks!
Stop the carriage! We have trouble!
Got them.
Repeat the same process with the train. I must return to my shop and shall invite Mr. Syndicate.
Train can come in at any moment. We need reinforcements.
letters are on that train.
Be angry if we don't deliver these on time.
I'll strangle you with your own innards! Stop the intruder! He can't have gone far.
Here we are. Now back to Greenie.
There is a difference between pacifism and inaction.
How many times do I have to tell you?
You two do have impeccable timing.
Did we interrupt something?
I believe these will be of interest to you, Your Highness.
These letters, they are from me. The seals have been broken.
That's how we found them.
This is a letter I wrote to my mother when I was just a boy. Where did you find these possessions of mine?
On a mail convoy.
The Templars. They have a way of getting to you.
I thought I had put an end to it years ago, but the British Indies Company continues to steal my property. You were right to think something strange was afoot.
We must take action, but it will not be possible without your help.
I believe you're right, but I must have some time to think on this. In the meantime, please be discreet. I don't need Her Majesty finding out about this. Good to see you again.
The pleasure is mine.
Shall we? It has come to my attention that the British Indies Company has stolen a large sum of wealth from the good people of Punjab. It is my intention to send it back.
And where is this gold located?
All I've managed to find out is that the BIC have their very own accountant. Perhaps he will have more information about this.
Good plan.
Apparently, he likes to frequent a certain pub.
The accountant should be here somewhere.
Apologies, but I don't hang around with that sort.
Oh, you just missed him. He headed to the bank with a couple of men I'd never seen before. Which is odd, because the bank isn't even open now that I think of it.
He's right. We should go to the bank.
Oi! Is that your face?
The bartender was right. It's closed.
We have to find another way in.
I will secure a safe route before following you inside. Get in first. I'll join you later.
I'm on the right path. He's around here somewhere. Just in time.
You think you can just go shooting your mouth off at any opportunity?
Do you have any idea who you're working for? The BIC accounts are confidential.
I'm sorry. Just let me go and I'll be quiet. I promise you.
Not a chance.
We'll take them out together, but we've got to do so quietly.
You take one, I'll take the other. Ready?
I am indebted to you.
The British Indies thugs have somewhat worked him over. We need to get him to safety.
There's someone intruding on our affairs. Find them and kill them.
We must bring the accountant with us. He'll die if we leave him.
Let's get out of here.
Thank you both. I would have died back there. What can I do to repay you?
We need to know what the British Indies Company wants with the stolen Punjabi gold.
That I do not know. What I can tell you is that they've taken it to a warehouse in Southwark. Whatever they want with it, it can't be good. Don't hold people hostage when there's good news on the line. please, don't leave me behind. Help! Please, don't leave me here.
We must bring the accountant with us.
Let's get out of here.
Thank you both. I would have died back there. What can I do to repay you?
We need to know what the British Indies Company wants with the stolen Punjabi gold.
That I do not know. What I can tell you is that they've taken it to a warehouse.
Deserves further investigation. You're not fit to breathe the same air as me.
Help! Please, don't leave me here. Help! Please, don't leave me here.
We shall reconvene later. Thank you, Miss Frye. I've discovered more information on our stolen gold. To my carriage. It's all quite strange. The British Indies Company working with the Templar Order. And for what? Perhaps we will never know. The accountant revealed they're hiding a shipment of gold, previously stolen from India, in a carriage at an old Starrick warehouse. We must find this carriage and steal it from them.
And what of you?
Why, I'm here to help you, of course. They don't call me the fourth best shot in London for nothing.
The gold must be found.
This is it. The gold is here somewhere. Return to me once you've found it, and I'll stay behind and keep an eye out for trouble. Be careful.
This is where the gold is located.
Nice to see you.
Strange working in this old place again.
A building is a building, and you don't work for Starrick anymore.
The little piggy has... Best in the old city.
This is it. The gold must be inside. Now to sneak it out of here.
You're going to suffer a terribly painful death.
I need to get back to Mr. Singh.
Good. The Templars are not far away, and we must lose them. I'll keep the wolves at bay.
Your Highness.
Hurry, go!
I must get rid of these pursuers.
Damn! My gun is jammed!
Take my place!
I get the feeling you've done this before! I think we lost them. Good work.
You were quite impressive out there, if I may say.
Oh, you're too kind. It was rather exhilarating, if I'm being honest. Now, I've hired a captain to escort the gold overseas. If you would kindly fetch the crate from the back.
You can't get away that easily, thief!
Are you quite all right? You had me frightened.
I'm all right. Really.
I commend you for fighting them off. Really. With you at my side, it will be an almost simple task to send this gold back to where it belongs. Why don't you walk off that last fight, and come back to me when you're ready for the next leg of the journey? There's still work to be done.
Where were we?
We must return this gold to its people. My people. I procured us a captain to transport it to its destination. But our next feat will be to get it out of London.
And we must protect it.
Precisely. Now, if you would be so good as to bring the gold aboard, we can get going. Go. I knew we wouldn't get far without another appearance from them. Look out!
Stand back!
No!
Stalled! I'll need some time to fix it!
The Templars are aboard the ship!
They're trying to sink the boat. I must head to the back. The Templars are inflicting serious damage.
They're certainly putting a strong effort into protecting this gold. They're trying to sink the boat!
How splendid! That should buy our captain enough time. Now we must escort this boat to the next dock where we may disembark. And then this vessel will be clear of enemy waters. We've done some good today. I can feel it.
I'm glad you feel that way, Your Highness. We're not finished yet.
I think that's the last of them. The gold is in safe hands. We did a good job today. May this not be the end of our adventures together.
No, let's not end this partnership just yet.
We can only move forward from here. Good day.
Your Highness!
They are stubborn fellows, aren't they? Now, if you would be so kind as to excuse me. I've had quite a bit of excitement today and must think on it. Do come see me again. Henry has an idea of what we'll tackle next. He is waiting for us at Southwark Station. Go ahead. I will join you there. We have done too much. The British Indies Company are trying to capture your train.
My goodness. Agnes, I hope she's all right.
Poor Agnes. I'll see to this immediately.
I can handle it. Catch up with your
train. The train is too far. I'll need to catch up by carriage. I should take the Maharaja's carriage. I should take the Maharaja's carriage. Here we go again. I must climb aboard that train. I should take the Maharaja's carriage. Here we go again. I must climb aboard that train.
must take them all out.
I'm coming over there, and you'll be sorry I did.
This is no place for you.
You're mine! Get back here! I have her! I'll rip you apart!
What a catastrophe.
The British Indies Company must not be very happy with how things are progressing.
You could say that.
That should keep them quiet for a while.
Perhaps this is not the best time to bring up what I called you here for, but I have another plan.
I'm listening.
It may sound mad, but I propose we steal the Koh-i-Noor diamond.
A piece of the royal jewels. Whatever for.
Her Majesty may wear it, but it doesn't belong to her. It was a trophy, symbolizing the colonization of India, and it deserves to be returned home. It would be an extremely delicate mission, but I know you'd be more than capable of such a feat. I have already procured some information pertaining to the location of the Koh-i-Noor. Come and find me when you've had a moment to think it over.